Hey guys, wanted to point something out to you that I'm not going to penalize you on because late I'm late getting the information to you about how you should do this. So let me show you this quickly, and then you can go back and correct yourself, and not just for me, but for your future portfolio, understanding how Unreal and 3ds Max works together in terms of organization. So quickly, let me just show you this. So in your content browser, when you're handing in your package, which is your .upk umbrella Peter kite, you should have that. Everything you bring into Unreal should be in that one package. One package and one level name or one file name for your level, which is your UDK umbrella David kite, right? So anyway, let me show you what you can do first, what you should be doing first, and then I'll show you what you can do to correct what you already have in there so that you don't have to go back and redo anything. It's just all about moving and copying. Okay, so right here in the content browser, as you can see, I've got some things in here going on already from previous uh, classes and what have you. So anyway, so I'm going to scroll down and in my packages, and you know what, let me close private collection. I'm sorry, let me, excuse me, minimize shared collection. So, so we can see more of what's going on. Now, so what I'll do is, and you know what, let me make this a lot larger. Okay, so for example, and I'm just going to start from scratch and then I'll show you what you need to do. So I'm going to create a new, I'm going to, oh, should I import one? Yeah, let's make a new package. Now, first thing is you should not be calling it my package. That is the default name. So if all of you guys are handing in a my package, then I won't be able to I cannot open up, 10 my packages because they'll all conflict with each other. So just like I told you with your file name, I'm going to name my package demands underscore, and I'll call this one, for the example for you guys, GSP 261, and we'll leave it at that, right? Simple, straightforward. I know it's your first initial last name and underscore the class you're in. The grouping is where you would say, oh, I'm going to put my textures, my materials, my static meshes. So your textures are what you're creating in Photoshop, of course. Your material is what's being created, of course, in Unreal. Your static mesh or your model is what's being created in Max as well. I don't know if I repeated that. I'm sorry. So anyway, so I'm going to just show you a quick one and just do textures first. So I'll say textures. And this is pretty much a standard in the industry where, in terms of organization, you organize everything based on each asset. So textures, materials, models, animation, as you can see, and you can see that breakdown in your content browser. I'll just call this one Leaf 01. Leaf 01. So in this case, you'll have certain things come up in your factory list because it's going to, of course, create certain things. In this case, just for the sake of the example, I'm going to say factory, make a material. I'm going to say OK. Now, it automatically goes right into the material editor to create your material based on your texture. Now, with that said, I'm not going to worry about it right now because I was not importing in the texture. So let me close. I'm going to close the editor. As you can see, the asterisk there represents an unsaved material. On your left, you'll see my new package created with the group, which is the textures, right? the material created I should have actually created a materials group first, and then this material would have been in the materials group. I'm going to show you how to correct that. So first, I'm going to right click on my package and click save. Of course, when you're saving your package, it should be saved in your content folder. Never save your stuff outside of the content folder. Always save everything there, then copy the folder out and submit it to me. In this case, the package is saved outside of your maps package, maps folder. So as you can see, there are other packages here. Local share, your OpenGL stuff. Anyway, I'm going to click save. Now, scroll back down. Here it is, no asterisks, meaning it's been saved. Now, if I click on the textures group, we have a material here. So first, I'm going to import a texture to go into my textures group. Let me go find one. We'll go into my trusty folder here. Let's go to 3ds Max. I will grab, as long as it's in powers of 2, guys, you should be good. You should always stick to that so that you're not worried about sizing constraint, having size issues, sizing issues. Let me find one that has been set up already. Let's see. I think I got a 2048 brick texture here. As you can see, when I do the import, it's asking me which package. I already have my package set up. The grouping is correct. This is the name of my texture. I put the 2048 to remind me that is a 2048 by 2048 texture. I'm going to click OK, and here's the texture. Now, I'm going to save my package once again. And we're not responding. Okay, there we go. Took a second. Okay. Now that I have this set up, I'm going to right click and I am going to, and actually in my package I'm going to click new, and I'm going to create a new group, call it materials, and in this case I'm going to say and I can rename that. So just for the sake of just showing you how you can just rename things, copy things, move things, it works in the same fashion as if you were in a regular GUI environment in terms of moving files around in an operating system. So in any event, we're going to call this brick wall _01, right? So I'm going to click OK. Of course, it's going to and I forgot to select material. My fault. So we'll delete this. Sorry, my mistake. I was rushing. So I should select my package again. Grouping. This shouldn't be anim set. It should be material. Grouping materials. Brick wall _1. Okay. Of course, there is the new material set, done. We're going to save. Now, of course, it puts it in alphabetical order. Awesome. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my texture group. The texture group has this material in it. I don't want my material in a texture group. I want my material in a material group. I'm going to right click and I'm going to say move this to materials, right? And I can rename it, new name. In this case, because I already named the group brick in there, brick wall, I'm going to say brick wall 02. I'm going to say OK. And look at here. We have in our materials group, brick wall 01, brick wall 02. I'm going to save my package. Now, right, I don't have a texture for both, but I will take this texture, brick red 2048, and I will actually use it in one of my materials. Now, I can either put that in one of them, or I can create a new one based on that. But let's not worry about that. I just want to try to get you to understand your organization. Now, with that said, if I go and say, for example, if I go to, let's not go to an external. Let's try to find another. We're going to grab another package here. Let's see. We have a couple other students here. Of course, I put you guys, all of your work in one place so that I can organize. This is the reason why I'm telling you have to organize this in this way. With that copying and moving as an example, this is what you need to do with your grouping. I think that should be enough for you guys to understand how to reorganize your packages. Now, let me see if I can find real quick before I end this video. Test packages. Shared. No. Showcases. No. Okay. So, and you know what? Here's what I'll do real quick. I'll start anew. I'm gonna say, just for the sake of everyone who has a My Package, for example. So let me go to My Package, right? And I'm going to say, just for the sake of, I'm going to say example for my group. And I'm not going to name anything. I'm going to keep anim set there just to show you what happens. So I'm going to say, okay, it's going to create a new group called example. I'm going to close this. So in My Package, there is someone else's work. Now, I'm going to save this. What you should be doing is taking your My Package, and let me save it first. Let this save real quick. Hold on a second. Be right back. Okay, so now that that's finished saving, as you can see, someone already handed in a My Package, and I should have deleted it actually. There are a few things here. So one thing I can do is, so when you create your new package, you can actually take all of these things and you can, for example, in your materials, you can say, all right, take all of these things, and you can say move, right? So I can move all of these materials first, but I would do textures first. I'd do for textures first. So let me select all of these, and I'll say, hey, move these, and I can move these to my new package that I've created. Oops, let's go back up alphabetically. Demands 261 in textures. And it will actually, and I can just say OK to all. They'll all have their names set in there. Let's say click OK. And let's see, we got an invalid. One of them was invalid, doesn't matter. But if I go to textures, here you go. I've just copied everything in. So with that said, guys, like I said, no harm, no foul. I didn't let you know in time. But moving forward, this is what you need to do. Correct your My Package problem, and then resubmit that or set that up for yourselves, and so when you rename everything, you must place everything back in your world as well, relevant to your new package. So the thing that you should be handing to me is your new package name, and let me save this. Get in the habit of saving, guys. And your new file, I'm going to say save as, for example, and I'm going to say this is going to be demands to GSP261. So, And let's see, whatever. This is that those paths were broken because they weren't pointing to the right places. That's what that message was just now. So in any event, so let's say if I go to open, and actually, I'm sorry, that the reason why that didn't happen and it didn't save. Let me say, let's go back, and actually, because this should be pointing in a different place. This is in the wrong place. Let me go. Actually, let me say new quickly, new level, and let's pick a night lighting. Okay, so so if I say here, save as, of course, I'm not saving somewhere else. I'm saving where my UDK folder resides. In this case, under UDK game, content, maps. And then in my maps folder, I would just save dmans underscore GSP261. Oh, that was why. I had another name out there. Oops. My bad. Let's go. See, simple mistakes can be corrected. My apologies for not realizing that as well. So maps, and then we're going to say demands GSP 261 2015. How about that? There we go. Sorry about that. Now, what I'll do is, now I'm going to show you real quick. I went over my 15 minutes allotted time that I was trying to keep this video down to, but in any event, I'd rather you know than not know. And then I'm going to go over to my folder, content. There it is. There's one. And where is my other? Did I save it? Oh, maps. So actually that was, I'm sorry, that was my package. You should be handing in one package and one map. UDK is your map. UPK is your package. One of each, guys. One of each. All right. You should not be handing in 3 packages. You should not be handing in 3 maps. It should all your stuff should be in one map. Okay, guys. Appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching.